We often find ourselves stuck in life, feeling like we need a big change or drastic action to make things better. But what if I told you that all you need is one simple habit to transform your life in just 30 days? It's not about making grand gestures or complicated moves. Sometimes the smallest change can lead to the most profound results. By adopting one simple habit, you could see a shift in your mindset, your productivity, and ultimately your life. The key to lasting transformation often lies in small, consistent actions. We live in a world that constantly demands more from us. We're told we need to take massive leaps, but the truth is, the most effective way to improve is through the compound effect of small habits. The small actions you take daily can have a monumental impact on your long-term success. Just like the way a healthy habit like exercising or eating right builds over time, introducing one simple habit into your routine can have a ripple effect on other areas of your life. This simple habit, which I'm going to share with you, could serve as a keystone habit, a habit that positively impacts all other areas of your life. When you start with a clear purpose and a deep understanding of why you're adopting a new habit, the journey becomes much more meaningful. Simon Sinek's powerful concept, "Start with Why," is applicable not just in leadership or business, but also in personal growth. When you understand your why, it creates motivation and gives you the strength to follow through. Your purpose will drive you to push through the challenges that inevitably arise when trying to form new habits. So, what is the habit that will transform your life? It could be journaling, meditation, practicing gratitude, or any small routine that you incorporate into your daily life. Let's take gratitude journaling, for example. Just taking 5 minutes each day to write down things you're grateful for can change your entire perspective. It shifts your focus away from what's wrong or missing in your life and helps you concentrate on what's going well. This habit might seem simple, but over time it trains your brain to notice the positive aspects of your life, which then creates a more optimistic and open mindset. By practicing this habit consistently, you'll be surprised at how much your outlook on life changes. The next step is understanding why 30 days is the magic number. It takes 21 to 30 days to form or break a habit. The first 30 days are critical because they help you solidify a new routine and make it a part of your life. During this period, your brain forms new neural pathways, making the habit more ingrained in your daily actions. By sticking to this habit for just 30 days, you'll start to see noticeable changes in your mental clarity, emotional well-being, and overall productivity. However, the road to adopting any new habit is never without resistance. Our brains naturally prefer staying in a comfortable routine. When you try to implement a new habit, there will always be a part of you that resists, and you'll face days when you want to quit. This is where discipline comes into play. Building mental toughness is crucial to forming new habits, and the good news is, discipline is something you can strengthen over time. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, and pushing through the discomfort. The beauty of one simple habit is that its benefits extend beyond just that one area of your life. The effects of the habit spill over into other aspects, whether it's your career, your relationships, or your health. A habit of gratitude can lead to a more positive and balanced mindset, which in turn helps you perform better at work and relate better with people around you. One habit can spark a ripple effect of improvements throughout your life. After 30 days, it's important to look at the progress you've made. Many people struggle to maintain new habits, but once you've successfully incorporated it into your life, it becomes much easier to stick with it. The key is to not get discouraged when you miss a day or fall off track. Simply get back on course the next day, and don't lose sight of the bigger picture. The transformation that happens over the course of a month may be subtle at first, but it will compound over time. If you stay consistent and intentional with this simple habit, you'll find that it's not just about the habit itself, but about the mindset shift that accompanies it. You'll begin to see yourself in a new light, and your ability to tackle challenges, stay disciplined, and maintain a positive attitude will improve dramatically. And the best part is, once you've mastered this one habit, you'll have the foundation to build even more positive changes into your life. It becomes a catalyst for further growth. So why wait? The best time to start this habit is today. Don't wait for the perfect moment or for your circumstances to change. The power to transform your life is in your hands. By adopting this simple habit, you're taking the first step toward a brighter, more fulfilled future. Your life can be transformed in just 30 days, and all it takes is one decision to get started. As we move forward, it's essential to recognize that our daily habits shape who we are and who we will become. It's not the one big event, but the small daily actions that truly determine the quality of our lives. Most people tend to focus on the major milestones, landing that dream job, buying a house, or achieving a big goal. But the real power lies in the seemingly insignificant decisions we make every single day. These small actions create a ripple effect that reverberates throughout our lives, impacting our success, happiness, and well-being in ways we often overlook. The beauty of adopting one small habit is that it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Even on the days when you feel like you're not making any headway, simply showing up and doing the habit is a victory in itself. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that if you're not seeing immediate, drastic changes, then you must be doing something wrong. But transformation takes time, and sometimes the most profound changes are the ones that happen quietly behind the scenes. Just like seeds take time to sprout, your efforts may take time to show visible results. Think about it this way. Every time you take action, no matter how small, you are reinforcing the person you are becoming. You are practicing discipline, building resilience, and training your mind to focus on what truly matters. This is where the real magic happens. Over time, you start seeing the shifts in your life that are a direct result of the habits you've cultivated. One of the most important things to understand about adopting a new habit is the role of consistency. It's easy to start strong with great excitement and motivation, but maintaining that energy can be a challenge, especially when life gets busy. This is where many people fall off track. But if you can push through those initial tough days and continue to practice your habit, you'll begin to see the results. Even if you don't feel like doing it one day, doing it anyway will keep you on track. It's the consistency that adds up to real, lasting change. The power of consistency is that it compounds over time. The more consistently you practice your new habit, the more ingrained it becomes in your routine. It goes from being something you have to consciously think about to something that becomes second nature. This is where the transformation truly begins. As your new habit becomes a natural part of your life, you will notice improvements in other areas as well. Take a moment and think about a habit you've already successfully adopted in your life, no matter how small. Maybe it's something like drinking more water or making your bed in the morning. At first, it may have felt like a small, insignificant task, but over time, this simple habit likely gave you a sense of accomplishment, boosted your productivity, and possibly even improved your mood. Now, imagine applying that same consistency to a habit that has the potential to transform your entire life. This doesn't mean you won't face challenges along the way. In fact, you will. There will be days when you don't feel motivated, when you encounter obstacles, or when life throws curveballs. But the key to success lies in your ability to push through these challenges and remain consistent. When you can persist despite the difficulties, you strengthen your character, build mental toughness, and develop resilience. Another crucial aspect of building a habit is the ability to forgive yourself when you slip up. Perfection is not the goal here, progress is. Life happens, and sometimes you might miss a day or fall off track, but what matters is that you get back up and continue on your journey. Don't let a small setback derail your progress. The key is to show up again the next day and continue where you left off. Over the course of 30 days, you will see that your mindset begins to shift. You will stop seeing challenges as obstacles and start viewing them as opportunities for growth. You will begin to approach life with a sense of purpose and intention, rather than simply reacting to the events around you. Your new habit will not only help you in your personal growth, but it will also positively impact the way you approach your career, relationships, and overall well-being. The most powerful part of this transformation is that it's self-sustaining. Once you've experienced the benefits of your new habit, you will naturally want to continue. It becomes part of who you are. As you begin to notice the improvements in your life, you'll find yourself motivated to adopt even more positive habits. Each new habit builds on the last, creating a snowball effect of personal growth and success. So if you haven't already started, today is the perfect day to begin. Don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time will never come. All you need is the willingness to take that first step, no matter how small. Start with one habit and give it your full commitment for the next 30 days. Stay consistent, push through the resistance, and track your progress. At the end of 30 days, you'll be amazed at the transformation that has taken place in your life. Remember, the power to change your life is in your hands. It's not about waiting for external circumstances to change or hoping that something big will happen to transform your life. It's about taking small, intentional steps every day toward becoming the person you were meant to be. Your future self is waiting for you to make that decision. Will you take that first step today? As you continue on this path of growth, one thing will become increasingly clear. The journey of transformation is not about being perfect, but about being consistent. Every day you show up, no matter how small the effort, you are taking one step closer to becoming the person you want to be. Perfection can often hold us back because we fear making mistakes, but in reality, mistakes are just opportunities to learn and grow. The most successful people have failed countless times, but they didn't let failure define them. Instead, they use it as fuel to keep moving forward. And that's exactly what you need to remember as you continue your journey. When you face a setback or a day where things don't go as planned, don't be discouraged. A setback is just a setup for a comeback. You see, every time you get back up after a fall, you become stronger. Every time you push through resistance, you build resilience. And this resilience is what will carry you through the toughest times. There will always be challenges, but with each challenge, you get better, stronger, and more equipped to handle whatever comes your way. In the long term, it's not the dramatic overnight transformations that lead to lasting success. It's the quiet, consistent efforts made over time. The daily actions you take, no matter how small, build your character and lay the foundation for your future success. Another key aspect to remember is that personal transformation isn't a one-time event. It's a lifelong process. The habits you form today will shape the person you become tomorrow, but the journey doesn't end after 30 days. In fact, 30 days is just the beginning. Once you've developed a habit, it becomes part of your lifestyle, and from there you can continue to evolve, adopting new habits and refining the ones that already serve you. Think about how much you've already accomplished in the first 30 days. You've taken a leap of faith and committed to a habit that has started to shape your life for the better. But what's even more exciting is that this is just the start of something much bigger. As you continue with this habit, you'll notice that other areas of your life begin to improve as well. The confidence you build from sticking to your habit will spill over into other areas, whether it's your career, relationships, or overall mindset. You'll find that the discipline you've cultivated through this one habit will make it easier to adopt new habits that will further enhance your life. Now that you've gained momentum, it's time to take things a step further. As you look back at your first 30 days, ask yourself how you can challenge yourself to grow even more. Is there another habit that could complement the one you've already developed? Or is there an area of your life that needs more focus and attention? The beauty of this process is that it's always evolving. Just when you think you've reached a peak, you'll realize there's always room for growth, always another level to reach. This is where your true potential lies. The key to personal transformation is not just in achieving a specific goal, but in embracing the process of growth itself. When you fall in love with the process of becoming a better version of yourself, the goals will start to feel less like a destination and more like a natural progression. Take a moment and reflect on how far you've come in these 30 days. What were the challenges you faced and how did you overcome them? What are the positive changes you've already started to see in your life? It's important to acknowledge the progress you've made, because so often we get caught up in what's next that we forget to appreciate how far we've come. Transformation happens in the smallest of moments. It's in the decisions you make each day, in the habits you choose to cultivate, and in the perseverance you show when things get tough. It's not about achieving perfection, it's about making progress. And with each step you take, no matter how small, you are becoming a better, stronger, and more resilient version of yourself. So, as you move forward, continue to remind yourself that the transformation you're experiencing is just the beginning. Your journey is unique, and it's unfolding exactly as it should. Keep showing up, keep putting in the effort, and keep trusting the process. The best is yet to come. As you venture deeper into this journey of transformation, it's important to recognize that the path you're walking is uniquely yours. No one else can walk it for you, and no one else can tell your story. The habits you develop, the struggles you overcome, and the victories you achieve will be a testament to your strength and resilience. This journey is personal, and that's what makes it so powerful. In moments when doubt creeps in, or when you feel like you're not moving fast enough, take a moment to reflect on why you started this journey in the first place. What was it that made you decide to change? What was the desire that sparked your decision to take that first step? Reconnecting with your why, the deeper reason behind your commitment, will reignite the motivation you need to push forward. It's easy to get distracted by external factors or discouraged by short-term setbacks, but when you remember the vision you have for your life, it becomes easier to stay the course. One of the most transformative things that can happen as you work toward your goal is the shift in your mindset. Initially, the focus might be on the habit itself. Perhaps you're working on journaling every day or waking up earlier. But over time, you'll begin to notice that these small habits are shaping the way you think. They start to impact your attitude toward challenges, your perception of setbacks, and your ability to stay focused on what matters most. This shift in mindset is what allows you to truly begin living in alignment with your values. You'll begin to operate from a place of intention instead of reacting to the world around you. The habit you're building is not just an action you take, but a statement about who you are and what you stand for. When you make a commitment to yourself and you stick with it, you are sending a powerful message to your own subconscious. I am someone who can be trusted. I am someone who follows through. I am someone who is capable of making change. When you begin to see yourself this way, you unlock an incredible sense of personal power. This self-trust and confidence will naturally spill over into other areas of your life, whether it's tackling a new project at work, being more present with your loved ones, or pursuing a long-held dream. You'll approach every challenge with a sense of inner strength and belief in your ability to overcome anything. But don't make the mistake of thinking this process is all about the big victories. Yes, those milestones are important, but they're not the only measure of progress. Sometimes the most profound changes happen in the quiet moments, in the small, consistent actions that you take every day. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you can rely on yourself to do the work day after day. It's the sense of pride that comes from building a habit that is shaping you into the person you've always wanted to be. One of the greatest lessons you'll learn as you continue this journey is that transformation is often the result of cumulative effort. It's the tiny actions you take every day that lead to the big results. It's the habit of showing up, even when you don't feel like it. It's the quiet moments of pushing through resistance and staying committed to your vision. Every time you do this, you are building a foundation for the future you want to create. And as you build that foundation, you'll start to see the results in ways you didn't expect. You may not see overnight changes, but if you look back at where you started, you'll see how far you've come. You'll notice the shifts in your thinking, in your behavior, and in your interactions with the world around you. These changes are not always immediate, but they are inevitable. The longer you stick with your habit, the more it will shape who you are. And in time, you'll realize that the transformation you've been working for was never just about the habit itself. It was about the person you became in the process. As you continue forward, remember to be patient with yourself. There will be days when things don't go according to plan, and that's okay. Progress isn't always linear, but that doesn't mean you aren't moving forward. On the days when things don't go as expected, remember that it's just part of the process. Allow yourself the grace to stumble, but always get back up. The most important thing is that you keep going. Keep taking that one small step every day, because those small steps are adding up to something truly incredible. And remember, you don't have to do it all at once. There's no rush to become the best version of yourself overnight. Take it one day at a time, one habit at a time. Over time, the results will speak for themselves. Every moment you invest in your growth is a moment that brings you closer to your future self. Your journey is unfolding in its own perfect way, and all it takes is your continued commitment. Trust the process, trust yourself, and keep moving forward. Your transformation is happening right now, and the best is yet to come. As you continue to build on the foundation you've created, something remarkable begins to happen. You start to realize that the habits you've developed are not just shaping your present, but also creating the future you've always dreamed of. The person you are becoming is someone who has the ability to turn vision into reality through consistent, deliberate action. Your future success is built upon the small actions you take today. The beauty of this transformation is that it doesn't happen in isolation. As you evolve, you'll start to notice that your environment begins to shift as well. You'll attract people who share your values, your vision, and your drive. Your confidence will inspire others around you to take action in their own lives. You will become a beacon of inspiration, not because you've perfected your habits, but because you've shown the courage to take small steps every day, even when the results weren't immediate. Remember, transformation isn't just about you, it's about the ripple effect it creates. As you grow, so do the people around you. Your commitment to improving yourself will encourage those in your circle to do the same. You'll start to see your relationships strengthen as you begin to show up for yourself and others in new, more meaningful ways. The habits you've formed will influence not only your own life, but the lives of those you care about. Your progress will inspire others to embark on their own journeys of growth. It's also important to recognize that every step you take toward growth and self-improvement is a victory in itself. There will be days when things don't go according to plan, and that's okay. It's easy to get discouraged when progress feels slow or when we encounter obstacles, but it's in these moments that we need to remind ourselves of the bigger picture. Every single effort counts, even on the days that feel like setbacks. When you face challenges, don't look at them as roadblocks, but as opportunities to grow stronger. Challenges are part of the process, and they are often the moments that push us further along the path to success. If everything were easy, we wouldn't develop the resilience and strength we need to face life's tougher situations. Each challenge you overcome is a badge of honor, a sign that you are one step closer to becoming the person you are destined to be. And while it may feel like the journey is long, don't forget that transformation is a lifelong process. The more you practice your habits, the more they become part of who you are. Over time, you'll look back and realize just how far you've come, and you'll recognize that the person you are today is vastly different from the person you were when you started. This evolution happens gradually, sometimes imperceptibly, but the impact is profound. As you continue to work on yourself, think about how much more you're capable of. Imagine the limitless potential you have once you've fully embraced your habits and your newfound mindset. Picture where you'll be in a year, 2 years, or even 5 years. The possibilities are endless, but they all begin with the simple habits you choose to adopt today. You might encounter new habits or goals along the way, and that's a beautiful thing. The journey of self-improvement is ever evolving, and each new phase will bring its own challenges, but also its own rewards. It's all part of the process of becoming who you were meant to be. It's also crucial to remember that, while growth is essential, so is self-compassion. We are often our own harshest critics, especially when we don't see immediate results or when things don't go as planned. But be kind to yourself. Remember, you're not trying to be perfect, you're trying to be better than you were yesterday. And every step, no matter how small, is progress. Celebrate the wins, no matter how insignificant they may seem. The small victories are what add up to big changes. So as you continue down this path of transformation, keep this in mind. You are building a life that is intentional, meaningful, and aligned with the best version of yourself. The habits you are forming are laying the groundwork for a future that is not only successful, but also fulfilling. With each new habit, you are getting closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Don't rush the process. Allow yourself to grow at your own pace. The beauty of this journey is that it's uniquely yours, and the transformation you are experiencing is not about reaching a destination. It's about continuously evolving into the person you're meant to be. So keep going. Keep showing up every day. Keep believing in the power of your habits, your persistence, and your ability to change your life. The journey is far from over, and the best chapters of your story are yet to come. As you continue this journey of transformation, you will find that the more consistent you are with your habits, the more your confidence and self-belief will grow. This growth isn't just about the tangible results you see, but also the inner strength you build as you continue to show up for yourself day after day. The simple act of following through on your commitments, even when it feels hard or when you're not seeing immediate results, is what builds your character. It's what shapes you into someone who can face challenges and continue moving forward no matter what. When you persist in this way, you begin to develop an unshakable belief in yourself. You begin to trust that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Life's inevitable obstacles and challenges no longer seem insurmountable because you've learned the art of perseverance. You've built the habit of showing up, even on the days when it's easier to quit. And this commitment to showing up, to being your best version every single day, becomes the foundation of your future success. But as you continue on this path, remember that growth is a process of learning and adaptation. There will be days when you feel as though you've plateaued, when it seems like you're not making the progress you desire. It's important to remind yourself that even these moments are part of the process. You're always learning, always evolving, even if it's not immediately obvious. Sometimes progress is invisible, but it's still happening beneath the surface. Trust that each effort is building towards something greater, even when it's hard to see. Another crucial element to keep in mind is the power of reflection. Periodically taking a step back to reflect on how far you've come is one of the most powerful ways to stay motivated. When you look back and see where you started, you realize just how much progress you've made. Even if the changes seem small, they're actually monumental in the grand scheme of things. Your consistency has created real shifts, even if they're not always immediately visible. It's also important to surround yourself with positivity and support as you continue on this journey. The people you spend time with have a huge impact on your mindset and your progress. Seek out relationships that inspire you and push you to be better. Stay connected to those who encourage your growth and challenge you to become the best version of yourself. You don't have to do this alone. Sharing your goals with others who understand your vision can give you the motivation and accountability you need to keep going. As you become more attuned to your growth, you will also begin to notice the way your environment starts to shift. You may feel more aligned with your goals and values, and as a result, you will start making decisions that support your journey. Your choices will be more intentional, more aligned with the person you are becoming. Every action you take will be a reflection of the person you are working to be. You may also begin to notice new opportunities opening up to you, almost as if the universe is responding to your efforts. This is no coincidence. When you commit to a journey of personal transformation, you become a magnet for the opportunities, people, and resources that will help you continue moving forward. It's as if the world starts to align itself with your purpose because you're actively showing up and taking the steps needed to create change. In addition, as you continue to develop your habits, you will notice a shift in your mindset. You will begin to see challenges not as obstacles, but as stepping stones. You will approach every situation with a sense of curiosity and possibility rather than fear and doubt. This shift in perspective is one of the most powerful outcomes of building positive habits. Your mindset becomes one that is geared toward growth, towards seeing opportunities where others see difficulties. And this mindset is what will allow you to tackle even the most difficult of challenges with confidence and ease. As you reach new milestones on your journey, take the time to acknowledge and celebrate your growth. It's easy to get caught up in the rush of always wanting more or striving for the next goal, but it's equally important to recognize how far you've come. Celebrate the small wins, whether it's sticking with your habit for a week, feeling more confident, or seeing positive changes in your life. These celebrations fuel your motivation and remind you that every effort, no matter how small, counts. At the same time, stay humble. Recognize that the process of transformation is ongoing and that there's always more to learn and more to achieve. The moment you stop growing is the moment you stop moving forward. Keep your mind open to new ideas, new perspectives, and new ways of thinking. Always be curious about how you can improve and grow, and stay open to the endless possibilities that are available to you. Remember that the journey you're on is not a race. It's a lifelong commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. There will be times when you feel tired or frustrated, and that's okay. In those moments, remind yourself that transformation is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about continuing to move forward, even when it feels difficult. As you continue with your habits, remember the power you hold within yourself. You have everything you need to succeed. The habits you've developed, the mindset you've cultivated, and the inner strength you've built will carry you through any challenge that comes your way. The person you are becoming is stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you can imagine. And while the journey may be long, remember that you are making progress every single day. Keep believing in yourself, keep moving forward, and trust that with each passing day, you are creating a life that aligns with your deepest desires and your true potential. The transformation you're undergoing right now is only the beginning. The best is yet to come.